Hi, all. Welcome back to the vlog here. So I'm out in the shed right now, kind of warming up by the heater. I wanted to share a couple of ghost stories. The viewer wanted me to share some stories, so I'm going to share some of those stories with y'all now. So I guess, my first ever, some history on my home here. So this house was built in the 1800s. It was a boarding house. It's for the Tracy mine. My little old lady neighbor that I took care of up the street, her Aunt Nona and her husband owned this house. They're the ones that ran it for the boarding house. It's the last original house on this stretch. It's old. It's a very old house. I mean, we've done some renovations to it throughout the years, and everybody that's lived in it throughout the years, but it's old. But anyway, it's just an old mining area, and it's creepy. So this first story was a couple of years ago. It was a warm summer night, just one of those nights where a storm was going to come in. We had a storm come through at about 3 in the morning. So everything bad seems to happen at 3 in the morning. So I went to shut the windows because it started storming. I'm trying my best to remember because my memory is kind of shot from certain things. But my house is a long stretch. So my bedroom was off the living room at that time. Now it's the bathroom. When you stand in the living room, you can see the dining room and kitchen. It's just a big long stretch, straight stretch. And standing in the kitchen and dining room doorway was a miner. I could tell you exactly what he was wearing. The mining boots, the dark mining pants, a brown or navy sweatshirt underneath with a flannel. And he had the old cap helmet with the little light on the end with the little wire. It was like a kerosene or gas, whatever they used back then. Light. But half of his head was missing. This half of his head was missing, exactly like this. And the one eye you could see was just white. It was just a white, creepy, bone-chilling eye that looked at you. And his face was all bloody and mangled on the one side. And I saw him when the lightning lit up the house. And then it was like that lightning flash lasted for eternity, and I just sat there. And the house smelled like rotten flesh, like rotten. And then all of a sudden, he walked real fast towards me and vanished. Let's just say the windows stayed open that night. I did not go and close them. I freaked right out. And this happened on a Saturday, mind you. So Sunday morning, I would go up to my neighbor Clelia's house for coffee, because we'd have breakfast. Every Sunday morning we'd have breakfast, coffee, and I would spend the day with her. She was by herself, so I took care of her. And she looked at me, she's like, "You look like something's wrong with you." I'm like, she's like, "You look like you've seen a ghost." And I kind of laughed. I'm like, "Boy, you sure knew." I said, "Yes, I did. Literally, I saw a ghost." I said, "It had to be a ghost." I said, "Because nobody could have gone to the house." And I said, so she asked me, she's like, "What did you see?" And I explained to her exactly what I explained in the beginning, what he looked like. She's like, "Oh my God." She's like, "That is my Aunt Nona's husband who got injured in a mining accident and later died." So he was like the owner of the house as well back then. I was like, "Oh my God." I said, "I saw him." I said, "I seen him." Yeah, I was like, wow. So that sent chills down my spine. So that was the first story. Then things just kind of were normal for a couple of years. And then November of 20... So I was still in high school at this time. So November of 2010, 11, somewhere in that. I was still in high school. And the family... No, I was not. Yes, I was. And the family was gone. So there was nobody here, with me at that time. I was still a young kid. And weird things were happening. I would hear footsteps, And it's an old house, so I thought maybe it was just like a creaking, whatever. Creaking noise, whatever. But they sounded like exactly like that on my wood floors, and I, didn't do it. Whatever, Try not to freak myself out because I was left home alone. Because everybody was at deer camp, and that was just not my thing, so I didn't go. So that next morning, my sister's picture was upside down. On the wall, still hung up, but it was upside down. I was like, okay. Then I thought maybe it slipped. I mean, I was going through every excuse as to why that picture was turned upside down. And I damn well knew why. So I excuse me. So I just kind of put her picture back up and whatever. And I heard the footsteps again. Her picture was, and this is in the middle of the afternoon, it was upside down again. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Like, why is this happening? So at this point, I'm thinking it's paranormal. So my friend came here and stayed with me. She, I'm sorry, I have messages showing up while I'm trying to talk. I know it's not Halloween, but I figured I'd share a story or two. So anyways, I had this spare room, because then now I had my new master bedroom put on the house at that time, and so that was just a spare room where my old bedroom was at the time, just like a room where all the junk went. But we were practicing we were doing karaoke in there, so we had all of our equipment kind of set up. The microphone stands were turned upside down. Things were knocked over. Again, my sister's picture was upside down, but this time the glass was broken, like somebody had just hit it, and it was upside down again. And then it ended up on the floor. I said, okay, I'm not staying here no more. That was that. And then after that, my neighbor gave me holy water, so I sprinkled holy water around the house, and it was done. And then, so this time this place, so this is in the future now. I was working at the Negaunee Middle School at this time. So it had to have been 20, I think it's 2022. I think so. And I don't even know. I don't know what happened or what caused it. But I was laying in... My friends came here with like a, what do you call it? One of those boards. See, here we go. Not a, whatever board. Those boards that do those things. I can't think of the name of it. He said he was going to bring one here. I put a stop to it because I freak out with that kind of stuff. At least at that time I did. And so one night I was sleeping. It had to have been 2023 because my friend Phil was practically living here at that time. So he was here all the time. And he said, something's wrong with you. I said, it's nothing. He's like, I think you need to go get on some meds. Like, I think you're crazy. I said, oh, thank you. But I'm going ahead of myself here. So I was sleeping one night and I had what felt like sleep paralysis is what I called it. That's what they call it. But in the back corner of my bedroom where like my closet was, there was this ugly demon. It was a demon. Like it had like the little pointy tail, black, just this black figure. And it would perch itself up on my shelf in my closet and watch me. And when it would watch me, I couldn't move. She was just thinking about it. And it would perch right up on that shelf and just watch me. And then it would jump down and turn into a full like black human figure with the arms. I have a picture of it. And I don't know what happened to it. I was able to move when I saw it. And I had my phone in my hand and I clicked it. It started out with my bedroom door. It would open and close, open and close. And I thought it was the wind because it's an old house, so it was drafty. Because that was before it was remodeled. Nope. It was the stillest night possible and the door would open. I have it on video. I wish I had it. But when my other phone got destroyed, I lost the pictures. But that son of a bitch was there. And I know it. I may have the picture still. I'm going to have to look. I know it's on my Facebook page, so I'll have to look because I had posted it. So I do still have it. I even have the post where the door was opening and closing. So I'll put that in this vlog. And the door, it wouldn't open all the way. It would just like close, open, close. Like somebody was doing the doorknob. And then after that is when I saw the thing in my closet on the corner. And it would freeze me. I couldn't move, I couldn't speak, I couldn't do anything, but just lay there, wide-eyed, looking at this thing coming at me. And then it would disappear. This thing tortured me for about 3 months. To the point where I almost admitted myself to the psych ward because I thought I was going crazy. Like nobody else would see it but me. And I thought, oh my God, am I going crazy? Like my poor co-workers knew I was a scrambled mess. And I would see this thing in my rearview mirror of my car. So I'd be at work at the middle school, and down the street behind me, I would look through the mirror, and he would be standing, this black figure would be in the road. I'm like, okay, Adam, you're going crazy. Like, just, you know, you're going crazy. I mean, what is this? And I would be in the shower, and it would be peeking through the window, and I would feel so vulnerable that it was disgusting. Like, it would just watch me. I didn't even want to shower anymore because I would shut the blinds and shut everything so it just wouldn't see me. I would not look in mirrors. I refused to look in a mirror. No matter where I was, I would see it. I was on a walk one day and I saw it coming, and it was coming after me while I was walking on the road. So I ran home. And it would perch itself on my bedroom at 3 o'clock every morning. And I came home from work one day. I have a picture of that too, the plant on the floor. I had a bookshelf right by my door as I would come in from outside. And I had a plant on top with like a vine that would go down. And I was in the door, and all of a sudden that thing came flying off the wall. I have pictures of it all over the floor. I'm like, okay. It tried hitting me with that plant, with that flower pot, and it would have knocked me out too. I'm like, oh God. And again, I would see it in the window, I would see it in my rear mirror, I would see it wherever I went, so I refused to look in the mirror. Well, that one time I went to wash my hands in the bathroom. I looked in the mirror and it was behind me. I was so scared. Oh my God. Phil's like, are you on something? I said, no. He's like, you need to be on something. He's like, you're going crazy. He's like, it's just sleep paralysis. He's like, it's all in your head. He's like, you're going crazy. You're nuts. I said, I know what I see. I said, I see it. I said, I know what I'm seeing right now. No. You're just crazy. So then, at this point, I was beginning to feel like I was crazy. I was at work. I was carrying a pan of food. And I walked into my office. And I was right there. Like, we were face to face with each other. And I threw that pan and I screamed. That was bad. This thing followed me for a very long time. So I got holy water again, and I got the house. I got the holy water blessed by the Catholic priest, and I sprayed it around the house. And things started getting. That's when things started flying at me, and things started getting worse. And I noticed my health going down the drain. Like, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. It was like taking everything out of me after I had blessed the house. And my friends wanted to bring in a Ouija board in the house. And I said, fuck that. I said, there ain't no boards coming in this house. I said, I don't even want to know what this is. I said, I just want it gone. I said, I don't want to communicate. I said, it's told me enough. I mean, this thing was ugly. Nobody could see it, and in the pictures, it was just a black blob. It was a human-shaped black blob. But I could see its face. But I was the only one that could see it. And I knew when it was coming around. It was just weird. It was so weird. And then, I've had some little, like, I would see things, like shadows. But now, to this day, there's nothing. As of present time, today, there is nothing. I don't see nothing no more. I have not. So since I've lived in this house, it has been blessed twice. I don't know if that's such a thing. I'm not a God. I'm not a church-going person. I have my beliefs. But I'm not like one to jump to the church and say, oh my God, help me, like come and bless this house and this or that. It's just, I don't know. I'm not a church-going person. I'm not a God hell-raising. I'm just not. I'm just here. My beliefs are weird. But, like I said, I'm not a church-going person. Like, I thought my neighbor up the street told me before to bless the house from the Catholic priest, so I did. But so far so good, nothing has happened. It's just weird. And it was interesting, but it was scary. This thing went, and the knife. I have, my butcher knife was always laying on the counter, and the next morning I would put it away. And then one morning it was stuck in the floor of of the kitchen. I think I have a picture of that too. I have a whole post about it. Yeah. The knife was, the biggest knife I had was in the floor of the kitchen. I was waiting for knives to come flying at me. Oh my god, that was, yeah, it was bad. I probably should have gotten professional help, but I thought I could handle it myself with just me and the holy water, and I messed up because I'm still here to tell the story. But yeah. I don't know. It was interesting. You know, it was kind of fun. As weird as that sounds, it was kind of fun. It was scary at the moment, but it was kind of fun at the same time. Because, I don't know. It's weird. I'm weird. Like, I loved the adrenaline rush that it gave me, but I did not like what it was doing. Like, if it just wanted to perch up on my closet shelf and not bother me, I could care less. But when knives start coming out and sleep paralysis, as Phil kept calling it, he said, "You're just seeing things." He's like, "You're crazy." I said, "I know what I see and I know what I feel." I mean, I don't know. I'm very sensitive. So I'm very sensitive to things. Like, I can sense spirits. I can sense all kinds of things. And it's something throughout the years that I've noticed. And I know when people are going to die. I will sense it months before it happens. And it has proven me correct. I had a dream that my uncle passed away, and he ended up passing away in September of 2004. And then my auntie in 2006, my grandma in 2010, and my grandpa in 2007. I knew it was going to happen before it even happened. It's scary. It's weird. It's a thing I don't like. Like, I knew my cousin was going to die. I just didn't know when and how. But the last time I saw her, I sensed that, she was going to die. And it was our last time we were going to see each other, so that day, I was extra, clingy. I don't know, it was weird. Like, the hug, it was weird. It was weird. But I knew it was going to happen. Sometimes it's weird having that. But it's something I don't like to talk about because I sound crazy. But I do know some things. Like, I can predict it. I'm a very sensitive person, so I can feel tension in a room. I can feel everybody's personalities. I can feel if you're mean, if you're good, if you're slimy, or if you're a slimy slug like trying to hurt me, or I just feel it. I have those vibes. But I don't know. It's weird. But those are my, ghost stories. And as of now, everything has been fine. There hasn't been any action in my home. So yeah, with that being said, I hope everybody has a good day. And I'm glad you enjoyed this snippet of my ghost story. This was a viewer's request. And I wasn't going to post it, but I figured, why the hell not? Why not post a ghost story video in the middle of December? And I also had a person on Facebook, a classmate of mine, say she wanted to hear my stories. So what a perfect time to just post this. I don't know, people seem to like ghost stories, so I always watch a haunting on television, or I'll watch it on whatever. And it's interesting. But yeah. So I hope everybody has a good day, and I will chat with y'all later.